Hello, my name is Miguel, and I'm here to talk about something we've all faced at some point, the chaos of eating habits as we age. Let me ask you this. Have you ever skipped breakfast because you weren't hungry, only to feel sluggish by noon? Or maybe dinner became a late-night snack because the day got away from you? After 60, this is one of the biggest traps we fall into, and it's not just about missing a meal. It's about losing control of our energy. Let's paint a picture. Imagine Donna Maria, a lively 68-year-old who loves her garden. She used to skip breakfast to get straight to her flowers, thinking, "I'll eat later." But by mid-morning, her hands were shaky, her focus was gone, and she'd reach for a sugary biscuit just to keep going. Sound familiar? After 60, our metabolism slows down and our body craves consistency to keep blood sugar steady and energy flowing. When we skip meals or eat at random times, we're not just starving our stomachs, we're robbing our brains and muscles of the fuel they need. Research backs this up. Studies show that irregular eating patterns can increase fatigue and even raise the risk of chronic issues like diabetes. But here's the good news. You don't need a fancy diet to fix this. Start small. Set 3 simple meal times that fit your day, say 8 a.m., 1 p.m., and 6 p.m., and stick to them like you'd stick to a coffee date with an old friend. Even if it's just a handful of nuts or a piece of fruit, give your body something to work with. Now, let's borrow a bit from the Stoics here. They'd say, you don't control the years passing, but you can control how you meet each day. A steady eating routine isn't about restriction, it's about taking charge. Think of it as a quiet rebellion against the chaos of aging. How many times have you blamed a tired afternoon on getting old? Maybe it's not the years, maybe it's the skipped lunch. So, here's your first step. Pick a meal you tend to skip, breakfast, lunch, whatever it is, and commit to eating something small at the same time tomorrow. A boiled egg, a slice of whole grain bread with avocado, anything easy. Notice how you feel after a few days. You might be surprised how much steadier your energy gets. What do you think? Could a little routine like this fit into your life? But eating on time is just the start. Next up, we're diving into a mistake so sneaky, you might not even realize you're making it until your body starts sending you signals. Let's talk about something we all know we need, but somehow keep forgetting: water. After 60, it's easy to think, I'm not thirsty, so I'm fine. But here's a question. When was the last time you drank a full glass of water without waiting for your mouth to feel like a desert? Ignoring hydration is a quiet mistake, and it's one that creeps up on us more as we age. Picture João, a 72-year-old retired teacher. He'd spend his mornings reading, often with a cup of coffee in hand, and by afternoon he'd feel foggy-headed and stiff. He blamed it on age. Who doesn't, right? Until a friend pointed out he hadn't touched water all day. After 60, our sense of thirst dulls, and our bodies don't hold water as well as they used to. Dehydration sneaks in, bringing fatigue, joint aches, even confusion, things we might shrug off as just part of getting older. Here's the kicker. Studies show that even mild dehydration can cut your focus by 20% and make everyday tasks feel harder. And it's not just about the brain. Water keeps your digestion moving, your skin elastic, and your kidneys happy. Yet how often do we reach for soda, coffee, or nothing at all instead? Fixing this doesn't mean chugging gallons. Try this. Keep a bottle or glass nearby, maybe on your kitchen counter or next to your favorite chair, and sip every hour. Not a water fan. Add a slice of lemon or cucumber for a twist. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses a day, but start where you can. Even 3 is progress. The Stoics would nod at this. They'd say it's not about forcing yourself, but about choosing what sustains you. You can't stop time, but you can give your body what it needs to face it well. Ever notice how a plant perks up after a good watering? That's you after a hydrated day, less droopy, more alive. It's a small shift, but the payoff's big. Here's a challenge. Tomorrow, set a little reminder, a phone alarm, a sticky note, whatever works, to drink a glass of water mid-morning. See how it feels by lunchtime. Could something this simple really change your day? Give it a shot and find out. Now, staying hydrated is one piece of the puzzle, but what about the food we're pairing it with? Next, we'll tackle a mistake that's hiding in plain sight and probably in your pantry right now. Let's take a stroll through your kitchen for a moment. What's in your cupboard? A bag of chips, a box of cookies, maybe some frozen dinners. After 60, it's tempting to lean on these quick fixes, especially when cooking feels like a chore. But here's the catch. How often do we trade convenience for our health without even realizing it? Meet Anna, a 65-year-old who loves her evening TV time. She'd grab a pack of salty crackers or a microwave meal to unwind. Easy, fast, done. But over time, she noticed her energy dipping, her blood pressure creeping up, and her joints complaining more than usual. Sound like anyone you know? Processed foods, think anything loaded with salt, sugar, or ingredients you can't pronounce, are sneaky culprits. After 60, our bodies don't bounce back as fast from the sodium overload or the empty calories. The numbers don't lie. Diets high in processed stuff are linked to heart issues, inflammation, and even a shorter lifespan. But it's not just about the risks. It's about what you're missing out on. Those crackers won't give you the nutrients to keep your bones strong or your mind sharp. So, how do you kick this habit without turning your life upside down? Start with swaps. Swap the chips for a handful of unsalted nuts. Same crunch, better fuel. Trade the frozen pizza for a quick homemade version, a whole grain pita, some tomato sauce, and whatever veggies you've got. No time to cook? Keep a stash of fresh fruit or pre-cut veggies handy. The Stoics would call this a victory of reason over impulse, choosing what builds you up, not what tears you down. Think of it like tuning an old radio, a little tweak and the signal's clearer. And here's a bonus. When you cut back on the processed junk, you start tasting real food again. Remember how sweet an apple can be when you're not drowning it out with candy. Try this. Next time you're reaching for something processed, pause and grab an alternative. Maybe a carrot stick or a piece of cheese. One swap a day can snowball into a habit. What's one processed thing you could let go of this week? Swapping out the junk is a solid step, but there's another piece we often overlook, and it's key to keeping diseases at bay. Let's dive into that next. Here's a question to chew on. When was the last time you ate something that made you feel full, strong, and light all at once? After 60, we often stick to what's familiar. A little bread, some meat, maybe a treat. But skip the stuff that keeps our engines running smoothly. Not prioritizing fibers and nutrients is like driving a car without oil. It'll move, but not for long. Take Carlos, a 70-year-old, who prided himself on his simple meals. Rice, beans, and a bit of chicken. Solid, right? But he started feeling bloated, sluggish, and stuck. Bathroom troubles were his new normal. Turns out he was low on fiber and missing key vitamins his body craved more than ever. After 60, our digestion slows, our bones need extra love, and our immune system begs for backup. Skimp on fiber and nutrients, and you're inviting trouble. Constipation, weaker muscles, even a higher risk of chronic diseases. Studies show fiber cuts heart disease risk by up to 30%, and nutrients like calcium or vitamin D keep osteoporosis at bay. Yet, how often do we settle for a plate that's more habit than health? Here's where you take the wheel. Add a handful of greens, spinach, kale, whatever you like, to your lunch. Toss some berries or an orange into your day for a vitamin boost. Not big on veggies? Blend them into a soup or sneak chia seeds into your yogurt. Tiny moves, big wins. The Stoics would see this as mastering what's in your power. You can't stop aging, but you can feed your body what fights it. Think of fiber as your gut's broom, sweeping out the junk, and nutrients as the crew keeping your bones and brain in the game. Ever tried a warm bowl of oatmeal with a sprinkle of nuts? It's comfort food that works for you, not against you. Here's a simple start. Tomorrow, add one fiber-rich food to a meal. Maybe broccoli with dinner or an apple as a snack. Notice how your body thanks you. What's one nutrient-packed food you'd enjoy bringing back into your routine? Fueling up with the good stuff sets the stage. But there's one last mistake that trips us up, and it's more about the mind than the plate. Let's tackle that next. Let's get real for a moment. Have you ever found yourself reaching for a snack, not because you're hungry, but because the clock says 3 p.m. or the day's been a mess? After 60, eating out of anxiety or habit sneaks into our lives like an old friend who overstays their welcome. So, how do we tell the difference between what we need and what we're just used to? Picture Lucia, a 67-year-old who'd sit down with a bowl of popcorn every night while watching her shows. It wasn't hunger, it was routine, or those stressful afternoons when she'd grab a chocolate bar to calm her nerves. Sound familiar? After 60, life throws curveballs. Retirement, health worries, quieter houses, and food becomes a quick fix. But here's the rub. Eating when we're not truly hungry piles on extra weight, spikes our sugar levels, and leaves us feeling worse, not better. Research shows emotional eating can mess with our digestion and mood over time, especially as our bodies get less forgiving. But this isn't about willpower alone. It's about awareness. Next time you're reaching for something, pause and ask, am I hungry or am I restless? If it's the latter, try a walk, a deep breath, or a chat with a friend instead. Here's where the Stoics shine. They'd say, focus on what you can control, your choices, not your cravings. You don't have to fight the urge, redirect it. Keep a glass of water handy for those anxious moments, or swap the snack for a warm tea that soothes without the guilt. Lucia started sipping herbal tea during her shows. Same comfort, no regrets. It's less about denying yourself and more about choosing what serves you. Ever tried eating only when your stomach actually rumbles? It's a game changer. Give this a go. Next time you're tempted to eat out of habit, wait 5 minutes. Check in with yourself. Is it hunger or something else? Then decide. What's one thing you could do instead of snacking when the mood strikes? So we've covered 5 big traps and how to sidestep them. Let's tie it all together and get you moving toward a healthier you.